Rear Admiral Adedipe said Naval Board has decided to choose Cross River State as the host state for the Naval War College and requested the state government take the front seat in driving the process by relating the host community to aid in the release of land allocated for the War College. He said the Coast One had taken off in River State but aimed to ensure that the Coast Two will take off in the state as part of the personal targets. Rear Admiral Adedipe said Naval Board has decided to choose Cross River State as host state for the Naval War College and requested the state government take the front seat in driving the process by relating the host community to aid in the release of land allocated for the War College. He said the Coast One had taken off in River State but aimed to ensure that the Coast Two will take off in the state as part of the personal targets. Mr. Adedipe, who said he was in the state for the fourth time in official capacity, earlier said that he had visited all units and promised to sustain the existing relationship between the Cross River State government and the Nigerian Navy as well as other security agencies, which he said he has interacted formally and informally. He also commended Mr. Ayade for taking giant strides to industrialize the state. In his remarks, Mr. Ayade promised to make the land available and solicited the Navy's support for deep seaport projects through the provision of vessels to patrol the area, which he said construction will begin in August. He made case for the provision of more vessels to patrol the shallow Calabar Channel and lamented the inflation of casualties in security incidences in the states. Grace Joseph Galeman, 26 News.
state. After the coastal meeting, the Defense Minister, Mansur Danali, told journalists there will be an increase in surveillance devices to be deployed to detect distant attackers and protect the troops.
We had just finished a meeting with the acting president and the three service chiefs. We agreed that they should move back to the command center again and stay and see what are the things happening there. We have also agreed that we should get more surveillance devices, cameras, that will be able to see distant attackers coming to the positioning of position of our troops. So also the period of this rainy season is always a difficult moment for us. We cannot transact, dominate everything like what we do during the dry season. But all effort is geared toward regaining back our areas, and we ensure that all these ambushes that are happening regularly will be stopped and fought.
Meanwhile, the federal government has given approval for the establishment of a Navy War College in Calabar, the Cross River State capital. This was disclosed to the state governor, Professor Ben Ayade, by the flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral Victor Adedipe, while on a courtesy visit to the governor at Government House. Governor Ayade praised President Muhammadu Buhari, the acting president, Yemi Osinbajo, and the Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, who thought it wise to approve its establishment in Cross River State.
When we for this decision to come to stay in the state, we require the state government to please take the frontal in ensuring that the land allocated for this project is socially given to the Navy. On our own part, we are committed to sustaining our corporate social responsibility to our host communities. But in line with the land use act, Your Excellency, we want to crave your indulgence to please acquire the land for us from the community, so that we can give some support.
I'd like to especially acknowledge and thank the Chief of Naval Staff, and also thank Mr. President, President Buhari, and indeed the acting President, Professor Osinbajo, who have thought it wise and deemed it fit, and the Federal Executive Council to approve the establishment of the Naval War College in Cross River State. We have to ensure that we actually sort out the community in spite of the provisions of the Land Use Act. I think it's our responsibility to liaise with the community and pay them the appropriate compensation so that we can take over the place and issue them a formal seal. It's our responsibility. Mr. Judin Gaji, who is the State Security Advisor, will be working with the Chief of Staff and the Commissioner for Lands to fast-track the process, and ideally within 4 weeks to close out all that council.
Secretary General of the Arab League, Abu Ghait, has warned Israel that Jerusalem is a red line that nobody is allowed to cross. He made the remarks at an urgent meeting in the Egyptian capital, Cairo, in attendance where 22 foreign ministers or government representatives who discussed ways to ease the tension in the region. This comes after Israel removed the security apparatus from the entrance to the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in East Jerusalem. At a press briefing after the meeting, the Arab League Secretary General and some foreign ministers called on Israel to stop its policies and violations in East Jerusalem and asked the United Nations to implement its resolutions regarding Jerusalem to maintain peace and security in the region. And just like the crisis in the Middle East has been on for ages, so also has there been a number of crises and turmoil in Africa, which has lingered on for so long. But that's not only bad news that comes from the African continent. As some researchers have said, civilization actually began right here. One person who's seeking to know more about Africa is the BBC's Zainab Badawi, who is working on the documentary titled The History of Africa. She joins us in the studio in just a while, but let's take a minute to look at a short clip of Zainab's documentary on a wedding in Sudan.
Hello?
I've come across a wedding party in a settlement at the foot of Jabal Barka. The men are gathered waiting for the ceremony to start. I reckon I can seize the chance to go and visit the women at the wedding breakfast to see some customs that have endured throughout the centuries. The bridegroom very helpfully takes me across the road to meet the ladies. I'm just looking at this lady's hands with the henna and the beautiful gold. Two things that we had, of course, in the Kushite kingdom. The gold, and then, of course, the henna. The women of Kush dipped their hands in henna, decorated it, and they also put coal on their eyes, like this lady here. And this is the holder that the coal is kept in today. And the bridegroom's aunt, Samira, is going to show us how they would use it. Amazing, she did it without any mirror.
Well, Zainab is here with us on Network Africa. I mean, she did it like a pro, didn't she?
She did, didn't she? Makeup tips, yeah.
I'm serious. I can't put an eyeliner without looking at a mirror. So,
but the thing is, Amarachi, it's wonderful to be with you, by the way, is when I did the close-up on her, she said, "Oh no, is my face sweating?" she said, which is why we all laughed. She said in Arabic, yeah.
Well, you did enjoy doing that documentary, especially the wedding tonight.
To rescind his decision to amend the National Broadcasting Code, the minister stated this when he granted audience to Nigeria's delegation to the African Union's Economic, Social, Cultural Council in Abuja. Anthony Fossey has that report.
Social and Cultural Council of the African Union is one of the organs of the Union whose membership is drawn from the civil society, and part of its mandate is to promote African cultural heritage. It is on this account that the Information and Culture Minister, Lai Mohammed, said one of the cardinal policies of the present administration is to diversify the economy and grow the creative industry.
The whole idea is to protect local creative talent and make sure that it grows, create employment for our people. We are not going to export jobs to other countries and expect our economy to grow. Yes, there are no studios in Nigeria because nobody is going to invest in Nigeria. If the law allows you to go and do the same thing outside Nigeria.
To members of the AU's ECOSOC, the minister enjoined them to see themselves as Nigeria's ambassadors to the council and therefore must promote Nigeria's image.
I appreciate the single-mindedness of this administration to rescue the country from the abyss where we find ourselves. This government is committed to its avowed objectives of revamping the economy, making Nigeria safe for all Nigerians, and putting Nigeria on the path of probity.
The minister expressed satisfaction with the fact that so far they have done Nigeria proud by bidding and getting the hosting right for the African Festival of Arts and Culture billed for November this year. Earlier, members of the delegation in their separate submissions informed the minister of the benefits Nigeria stands to gain in hosting the continental event.
The minister said we want to team up with the office because we need to popularize this, we need to sensitize people, we need to market it and take it down to the grassroots.
With this event, we are going to build African Festival City, where there will be African Institute for Culture, for Art and Culture.
The members, however, appealed to the minister to press for more benefits from AU by the federal government as the biggest contributor to the union. In Abuja, Anthony Fossey, NTA News.